And good evening. My name is Carlos Sweeting, and my co-host for tonight is,
I am George Missick.
and this is what's going on. George, how's things? Everybody okay on your side?
Yeah, man, everything's good.
Great, great,
Nice,
great.
nice meal tonight. Eating some nuggets, some drink.
Nuggets.
Yeah,
That's a nice meal for the night.
yeah.
Wow.
Meal of the week.
Yeah, the wife's not doing some pork chop right now, so when we finish here, boy, I going straight into that. So I ain't interested in no nuggets. No, he
Yeah,
ain't nuggets tonight.
it's nugget season, man.
No, 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 no. Never heard of it, but we'll get into that a little later. Let's find out what else is going on into the news.
Still for our first event, Bahamas yet to qualify a team through this event, so this really would send this event into the stratosphere for this home crowd this evening. They changed the order. Will it change the fortunes for this home crowd? Got out very strongly. Bahrain won from the outside. Abbas Yusuf Ali. Stephen Gardner is already up on Zandrian Barnes of Jamaica outside him. The raucous noise for Shania Adderley, the 16-year-old who'll take over from Stephen Gardner for the Bahamas. And Gardner's going to put her in a good position here. A strong second half of the race from Enyingi of Hungary as Bahrain are treading water in the home straight. So Gardner hands the baton in first place to the 16-year-old Shania Adderley, who went out too hard yesterday. I'm sure she's had the Olympic champions in her ear, but you can't blame her at 16 for getting sucked along by this crowd. Japan on the inside, then come Jamaica in third position as they break from the lanes down the back. South Africa from wide on the outside, and then come Hungary in fifth position. So Shania Adderley needs to just keep her focus here with 200 metres to go as athletes start to go past her. She seems to have measured this a little bit better than she did yesterday when she tied up in the home straight and still looking strong. But it's Leah Anderson for Jamaica. And the crowd are loving Shania Adderley moving outside her. This is a brilliantly judged leg from the 16-year-old who took the baton in the lead and is going to hand it on in the lead to Alonso Russell for the Bahamas. What a brilliant leg from the teenager. Fantastic. Rashawn Clark of Jamaica has the baton in pursuit in second position. Then comes Kenki Imazumi of Japan. Luthe Pillay, a late change to the South African team who had a great battle down the home straight in the men's 4x4 yesterday. He's in fourth position, looking to reel in those leading three. But it's Alonso Russell at the moment, who's got his own cheer squad in the middle of the arena, look there, roaring him on. Jamaica and Japan starting to close. Then comes South Africa. Shauna Miller-Uibo, the Olympic champion, is waiting on the final leg for Bahamas. The script is written. Can Shawnee see it through? Russell's run a brilliant leg as well. Jamaica and Japan tussling for second. Only two of these teams probably will qualify for the Olympics. Here goes Shawnee Miller-Uibo, given the baton in front. In pursuit, Yuna Iwata for Japan. Jamaica have Geneve Russell on the final leg, who will have run against Shawnee Miller-Uibo countless times and knows all about it. Don't forget, Shawnee Miller-Uibo's just back from having a baby as well, reigniting her career. She split 49.7 yesterday. Jamaica are closing. Japan are starting to fade. The leading two are getting away, and it looks like it will be a trip to the Olympics for the Bahamas. Miller-Uibo into the home straight, and the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium here in Nassau is going absolutely potty. It's what they came for. The athletes, the spectators, the whole of the Bahamas came for it. They're off to the Olympic Games.
And that is the World Relay Games, and that is Team Bahamas winning the co-ed 4x4 relay. That was spectacular, especially, George, especially for the young lady who ran the race. Her name is Shania Adderley. She actually goes to Tabernacle Baptist Academy, a young lady who ran that race wonderfully. In the preliminary, she was a little shaky, but in the finals, she was excellent. I must give it to her. We have a bright future with Miss Adderley in the Bahamas. She's doing a great job, and not to mention we have the big superstars, the Gardner,
Yeah. I follow the big guns.
yeah, that was when when they got it, it was all over. It was nothing left. So they did a wonderful job, and I must say, us in the Bahamas, we did a wonderful job in hosting the World Relays, and I feel that this is our niche right here to have some notoriety, especially in the sports world. I always felt that the Bahamas, maybe we can't bring in the NBAs and the Major League Baseball, but they have levels to these things. And if we could bring in some not, it don't have to be even with the college, you don't have to be Division One, it could be Division Two, Division Three. They have a following also. We just want heads and beds. So if we could bring in this type of sports into the Bahamas, and not just Nassau, all over the Bahamas, we could be in good shape. But the World Relay Games was excellent. They did a great job. Shout out to BTC for sponsoring it. Y'all did a hell of a job. And I want everyone to know that we can be in Paris. The Bahamas will be there. I just want to make sure we there, George, with basketball also, because it look like we got tracked down. I want to know about basketball if we can be there, but I think we're ready, especially in the 400. We can be there, no problem whatsoever. What you think?
Yeah, congratulations to the team for qualifying for the Olympics. Not there was ever any doubt. I mean, with the Bahamas, right? Like the Olympics is when we shine, so that's what we do. So it's good that we hosted the event, like you said, on home court. That home court advantage is always good. It helps to enhance, showcase our talent, but also to get a lot of these younger folks that's coming up, because we're a lot of years removed from the Golden Girls, and thank God, we still had Shawnee and Stephen Gardner and everyone. So the Bahamas, we're still on that platform, and we don't want to fade. Like, we want to be like Jamaica. You get there, you stay there, and you continue to add to your medals. We want more. We need to get greedier now. We're not going to live off past experiences and past accomplishments. It's good, but I like to say now, when we get anything less than a goal in some of these events now,
Hold on. So you sound like my daughter now. She say second place is losing.
Yeah, I agree. I happy she learned that. Big ups to Haley. I mean, I happy she learned that at an early age. Like, that's not, and there's a world that we teaching children everyone is a winner. It's good that she know that. She know, hey, I come second, I lost. Better luck next time. I mean, someone has to come second, whatever, but we need to stop call things what it is. I like to go back to the day when it is what it is. You have a winner, you have losers. The F&M and the PLP lose. You have no consolation prize a second, but you didn't win. You can't be everybody jumping up, but you as a winner. I mean, it's good to have a medal. I wouldn't even bring. Well, let me stop. I'm gonna say I wouldn't even bring a bronze home, but I never want a red medal. So a bronze for a lot of people is a lot. But yeah, I agree with you. We have an opportunity to really develop sports. We have a lot of natural athletes. We talk about it how we in all these U.S. sports markets. We haven't even tapped into the European market. Well, we do have some people in the European as well. So, BAME is all over the world. Big up. We need more. We agree we need more because the talent is there. We just need to facilitate it more.
Yeah, I'm calling out on the government right now. We need the centers for rehabilitation, for improving what we have. Yes, we have the stadium so we can host it, but we have to learn to be gracious hosts. And I don't mind watching the big stars, them coming out, whatever, but I want to see my own people running. I want to see them not just running. I want to see them winning. I just want to see you running. So we have to now have some type of development league, some type of something going on in order for us to be, like you say, always relevant in these games, because we can't give up now, because this is something that, hey, I don't think going nowhere. And like you say, right now, we done used to winning.
You can't go back. We like women with lifestyle. We ain't going back.
Yeah, they ain't going back. Now we are now here. The Golden Girls, the Golden Knights. I'm sorry, that's it. That's all we know. So
that's what it is. That's That's the standard has been set.
Yeah. After Shawnee dived to get that gold medal, we didn't say, hey, we can do anything to win. Just win, baby. That's it. Just win.
All we do is win.
That's right. So I don't want nobody to sit down here and feel we can rest on our laurels. We want more. We can get more. We need to do more. The plain and simple as that. But like I say, great hosting by the Bahamas. We did a great job. The stadium looked nice. They had the fireworks. BTC did a great job in being a sponsor. And I just want to say, wonderful job. Let's keep this up. Let's don't stop right now because we looking good. Let's take a commercial break and we'll be right back.
I'm Flynn Doxson from Nose Witness News, reporting live from Sniper Paintball City. We're here with the manager and he's going to tell us a little about what they have to offer.
Daddy, I got this at Sniper Paintball. We have paintball, cornhole, mini golf, batting cage.
Strike!
That's not a strike.
So come on down every Saturday and Sunday to Sniper Paintball City, located next to Crosstown, where you and the family can have a great time.
See you at Sniper.
Some had put forth the question, why do I want to come back? I have not completed some of the things I wanted to do my entire life, starting from birth. And I've overcome all of those. This is just another one, and I will overcome again. And challenges are placed before you to make you even stronger.
The kind of character he put forward in chaos, in challenge, and to me, that was admirable.
You to join this fight. Send a clear message to this general public that we heard them after September of 2021, that we needed to pivot as an organization, that we needed to be more inclusive. For all the good we did, there were some things we did not get right. We are the correction to what we didn't get right.
He's got a lot of new ideas. If you continue going down the same road, you get the same results.
He's been outlining his ideas for the advancement of the Bahamas. And I think that is important because, again, we don't want somebody just who's all the time criticizing and making noise.
And we're back. George, who can win? The nominations are in. We got now for the F&M, for the party now. That's for all or nothing. You got Michael Pintard.
Yep.
You got Hubert Alexander Menace fighting for the leadership role. We also got another one going on with Chairman. We had Dwayne Sands and Ellsworth Johnson.
Yep.
They're going at it. So we got the big boys going at it right now. Now, my question with all of this is, does it really matter? Does it matter to the fact that, hey, and I shouldn't ask that quick. No, I ask that question now. I ask you this question. I can put you on the spot. Tell me who you got. If you could have voted, if you was in this election, you got Pintard, you got Menace. Who you voting for? Who you think you get?
Who I voting for? Well, one and the same. Pintard.
So you ain't give Menace a chance?
No. Yeah, we give him a chance. When he went in, he had a chance. He fumbled the ball.
The man said he had the most. This in world history, they don't know if anyone had had the things put in his way from COVID. Then right after COVID, he had to deal with the hurricanes.
Yeah.
No leaders had to deal with anything this drastic, this great.
Every leader had to deal with COVID, so stop it.
But then they had to deal with the hurricane.
Hey, hurricanes come here. We live in a hurricane belt. Every prime minister pretty much had a hurricane to deal with, so don't come with that either. And by the way, he still ain't find all them people who going missing. So, see, my thing is, if you're gonna, hey, it's one thing to have adversity in your life, it's one thing to say, boy, I had to deal with this problem. That's fine, because you can't control that. But where you measure that and where a lot of great leaders are developed is how they handle those crises, right? The crisis itself shouldn't disqualify you. If people can say that you are a good general, the ship going down, this captain was there till the end, he makes sure everyone get out, whatever, right? You check off all the boxes, no matter how bad the tragedy is. That's where a lot of leaders are born, to be honest, right? In tragedy time. So don't cry me no river and tell me, but oh boy, I had bad luck. Right? That was your time to shine, because after any tragedy, you have relief. During the tragedy, you have care. How you treat the people, how you some of the laws that you passed during that time to keep them safe, to keep them feeling humanistic, or whether you gave out any stimulus to help them through the rough time, right? Some people came out looking like superstars during that time. So the fact that you got a failing grade during that time, it doesn't really count. I don't give you a star for that to put you back into, okay, let me give you another shot. You had hard luck. Hard luck comes, and we want to know when hard luck comes, because with our luck, again, with a hurricane belt, there will be more hurricanes. We don't know if there'll be another COVID, but like Night Follows Day, there will be something else that comes up, because they always come up every 5-10 years. So we need a leader who's not going to make excuses, who's going to say, now if he said, boy, I took you all through COVID, hard times came, but look what I did. That's, hey, give me another chance. And also, if the election was close, you got blown out. You didn't just lose, you failed miserably. So to me, it's one and done. I know we have a history in the past. We've had leaders in the past. I think both Christie and Ingram came back from a bad loss and went back in. I don't like that precedent. I think if you fail, you had your chance. Next man up, right? If you're that good, we reward good behavior. We reward the greats, right? If you're good enough, you get a second term, right? If you're a bad president, you're one and done, right? That's how it is. And you don't see them presidents no more. Well, you might see one. We're about to make some history. I'm talking too fast. But even that was a close election, right? And so you have to look at these different things. But I think Pintard represents, he's younger. I think he's from Grand Bahama. I don't even know you to go no further than that. That's like an Obama run. I really didn't care who he was running against at that point. I know it wasn't another black man. So he's from Grand Bahama. He's Grand Bahamian. He has a good disposition for a leader. I think the journalists will be, not being as intimidated as they were with certain people when they were in. Now it might change, because stress issue is a different story. But I think Pintard does bring a sense of fresh air. I've never heard anybody challenge his integrity. He's a good public speaker. We know the parties are divided. There's a fracture. You have the Minnis group. You might still have some Ingramites in there. And depending on where they go, that might, Ingram usually was a Minnis man, but I don't know how that relationship is. He did say Minnis changed his number, try to act funny after. So who knows, right? So someone may have to Pintard may have to woo him over a little bit more. I don't like Pintard and Dwayne Sands. I like Pintard and Ellsworth Johnson. I know Ellsworth Johnson is not first off, he's a lawyer, right? Lawyer doctors. I don't like these doctors. I don't like these doctors, politicians. Sorry, they have not shown to have the same bedside table manners. Doctors are more mechanical. This is my personal view, right? What you're dealing with, right? They used to telling people you got 2 weeks to live without batting an eye, right? They cold, right? So they don't.
A lawyer sitting down here saying,
listen, yes,
being cold. My goodness,
we're not cold, we're dispassionate. There's a difference, right?
Your job is to lie.
No. That's a misconception.
No.
Right?
No. That's not what I see. That's what y'all can misinterpret the truth and flip that into anything that those words and those books that y'all call law books says.
No,
manipulation here.
We are more charismatic. We're more people person.
True.
A lot of doctors talk to death. They just don't deal with people on the same level. They deal with people, but it's more they They ain't lawyers. The next thing is lawyers interpret the law. The legislator, the primary job of any person elected to the House of Assembly, the Parliament, is to make laws, to read, interpret laws, make laws. So lawyers by nature.
So why we have so much antiquated laws on the books? Why y'all ain't doing all these lawyers in the place? And this is my first problem with y'all. Y'all sit up in there, 30, 40 lawyers sit up in there, and we still got laws on the book from 1840.
You finished? I didn't say all lawyers were created equally, right?
Oh.
Because some people go to law school just to get elected, just to say there's a lawyer to run. Like,
well, I know that.
Yeah, that's just like doctors. Like everything else, I looking at your resume, I looking at your history, how much cases you win, how much people you and people need to do this. Stop looking at lawyer. Boom. Let me root for him. This, that. Ask them if they ever been in the court, if they ever do anything, right? So if they was bad at that, they're probably bad, gonna be a bad representative.
Well, Pintard ain't none of them. So it don't make a difference when it comes to for him to be the better option. He ain't none of them.
What is Pintard, by the way? I don't know. What is he by profession? I don't know.
That's a good question.
He's a nice man, but he has nice experience. Well, I don't know what he is by profession. I think his wife is a lawyer. That's close enough.
You can't get a lawyership through marriage. It don't work like that. So
yeah. You see how Hillary became senator and all these things by marrying a president. All of a sudden, she was presidential. She almost became president herself by being married to one. So apparently, this osmosis thing happens. And
no, it don't work like that.
Get it right? Yeah.
Not in the Bahamas. It don't.
Yeah. Apparently, what Michelle Obama could run for president so because she was married. She was 8 years in the White House. I don't know, but I like that team. I don't like the. Okay, I don't think that Dwayne Sands connects with the public as much as, not that he's a public. He works. He's a doctor. He's well known, but I don't think that he. I don't think he connects to the average man. We've seen him in action. We've seen him as minister. He got terminated, dismissed, quit, resigned, whatever you want to call it. The last administration, he was the minister doing that same COVID with Minis. He was a part of that Minis top branch that went down. Now, you can say Pintard was a minister as well, but you used to see, I think, Dwayne Sands a lot more there with Minis, so they kind of go hand in hand. And COVID, for all intents and purposes, that wasn't managed well. Then he got in some problems. He had to resign. So to see him back as second in command of the team, I don't think, again, that looks, it isn't the same fresh start for the FNM, I think, because people are going to initiate the present government. He's an easy target to hit when it comes to election time again, right? Then you just get fired or get sacked. Like, but yeah, how you get back here? Like, right? So I wouldn't put him in there. Like, if you're gonna change it. Bring someone new. Bring these two guys in. Let's see what they could do. And I think the Bahamas, they have a better chance of beating. I think the PLP government than Minis. Than Minis and whatever team Minis put together.
My problem with all of this is the Johnson guy. First of all, Minis picked to me at the time an all-star team. I thought these fellas was the best of the best, brilliant fellas from all over the Bahamas. They came in. The Johnson guy, he was president of your legal lawyer thing or whatever that was.
Yeah, he was president of the bar before. Yeah. So you had Dionisio, who was a good businessman. You had people in successful roles. They knew what they was doing. But for some reason, when he put them together, you ever see two nice-looking people make an ugly child? You be like, what happened there? What going wrong there? Yeah, that's supposed to happen. But they were very successful people, but when he put them together, it didn't work. The only person who was going to come out and shine a little bit was Dionisio, because he was in charge of tourism. But I can't count that because tourism only picked up when COVID was over and everybody just didn't get out of the house. It didn't make a difference. They're traveling and going anywhere. So I can't really even count that on him. That was just something that they couldn't stop no matter what. So therefore, the Johnson fella, mind you, Dwayne Sands ain't no better than
he just ain't the one. And I don't know why he just don't give it up. The people don't want him.
Yeah.
Probably got some money that he pumping into the F&M, but the
But
people don't want you. That's
But again,
the bottom
that's why you can't say nothing against Ellsworth Johnson, because if I remember, I don't even think he was a full minister. I think he was a junior minister.
But he wasn't good at that.
What do you mean he wasn't good at that? What did he do wrong?
Wasn't good at that.
No. You just beating him with minister now. You can't say the man wasn't good.
No. I gave examples. He came in, and at the time it was the immigration thing. People was coming in. Well, the Haitians were coming in. They put him in charge of that, and I was like, okay, he can do some things. And he just was floating.
He wasn't national security. No, he wasn't immigration. What the man name was?
The police guy was national security.
Who?
The police guy.
No, Marvin Dale. Yeah, Marvin Dale was national security, but someone else was immigration.
He was immigration.
Oh, that's foreign affairs. No, you sure he was immigration?
Yeah, man.
Okay, you might be right. Yeah, ain't nobody ever stopped the Asians from coming. So.
Oh no, failure that's not the status quo. No.
Okay, I bias. That's my point.
But okay, that's what you had to say. But moving forward now, even if Pintard win or Menace win, can they beat the PLP right now? Because to me, something drastic now has to happen with the PLP.
Hey,
in order for them to lose.
You but Ingram said the PLP just beat themselves.
Yes,
right?
Yes, I agree with you.
And a couple of years to go, that's still possible. They're holding steady, they're keeping it afloat.
Yep.
They're saying some things in Grand Bomber making noise, like we're gonna touch on later. So but there's plenty slip between cup and lip, they say. So if history repeats itself, they have a good chance, because we just fire governments every 5 years. That's what we do. Right? So unless they are superstars, you have some chinks in, you have some people before the courts and all these different things in the administration. So, how Bahamians politics go. We could praise you one day, turn on you in a heartbeat, especially if we start to catch hell, and the economy, we don't know where that's going, So I think they have a shot. Anytime you're opposition in this, based on what's going on, you have a shot at becoming the government. You have a good shot, right? And it's up to you to fumble the ball. You put together a good, solid team, because people always now, Bahamians like to see change. So it's all about putting together a good presentation. People see a group of people, politicians, live good for 5 years. After that, you're like, hold on, you living good, I ain't living good. Let me change. You ain't doing enough for me. Let me see what these other boys can do. That's what we do. So in terms of philosophy and what they do, it's not that much real difference. But, again, hopefully Pintard brings something. I want to hear what they have to say. I'd really like to listen and hear what their manifest, see what their manifesto look like. See if any new ideas coming in, any
I would be greatly surprised, but I can look at this comment saying, but the majority of members of parliament being from within the law profession, do you think that we have progressed as a nation over the last 10 years? And you saying that right now, what new ideas do you think Pintard, along, let's say Johnson win. Say Johnson win. We got a fresh new look altogether. Let's say Johnson win. What fresh new ideas they could come up with that can move the Bahamas? Because I still gonna expect a lot from him legally, which he let me down.
Yeah,
that's your boy. We can go with that.
Let me answer this question.
Okay, go ahead.
So, I don't know. Being the lawyer that I am, I haven't seen any statistic on this, so I don't know that the majority of persons in Parliament have been lawyers. I don't think so. I know all of our attorney generals are lawyers. I know some of our prime ministers, all except Ingram. Minister was a lawyer, right? But I don't know that all the people. We had people from all walks of life in Parliament. Every walk, the cab driver, the food stand vendor, everybody's in Parliament. Again, the reason why we need lawyers, and again, even with some of the lawyers that go, if you look at lawyers in the Bahamas, a lot of them, a good percentage of them, did not start out with lawyers. Some were police officers, some came from different disciplines, and particularly when they wanted to go in politics, a lot of them went and studied law because it's a good skill to have in Parliament. Because, like I said, you read laws every day. You go, you debate, you use all the skills of a lawyer in the House of Assembly. On the street, you use people's skills. You learn some of that. So a lot of these people, so what I'm saying is, the person who's worked for 10 years, 15 years, and he may have worked in a bank or whatever, he went to be a lawyer, he's still a banker by heart. He's still an accountant. They bring other disciplines together with law. The law just helps them in being able to express themselves, to be a voice for people, which is another thing that politicians are supposed to do, and to interpret and pass laws, to be able to sensibly debate a piece of legislation, where is to make life easier for Bahamians, where is to criminalize certain offense. It all starts with these legislations. That's law. And so to put people there who can't read, and we see the danger before.
Come on. I know if I want the law to say, instead of red light now to stop,
No.
I have lawyers in the ministry of whatever, the Attorney General. Y'all write up the law that states that. I don't have to know how to write the law. They in the Attorney General, they don't know how to write it up. I just telling y'all what I want. So you ain't gotta be no lawyer for that.
Listen. We're not some of these other countries. We ain't Haiti. We in some of them, right? We don't fight. We don't fight as much. We use our words. We actually, to get independence, we had to send a lot of lawyers up to London, Finland, and the school. You know, they went up there. So we deal with a lot of things diplomatic through diplomacy in the Bahamas. We have a defense force, a police force, but we don't fight nobody with them. So, you know, so it's important to have people who can express themselves, who can read, who can articulate the law. I'm not saying that everyone has to be a lawyer, and like I said, I don't know.
But that's what it sounds like.
I don't think the majority are lawyers, but I think a healthy percentage of them should be lawyers, because that's the skill for the job.
And
the primary skill for the job.
Anyway, so you say Pintard and Johnson. I say Pintard. I might have to agree with you on this, because
don't say Sons, I can slap you to this.
I ain't feeling Sons. That's why I say I can have to agree with you on this. And if only just for change, if only just for a better look, a newer look, some fresher ideas, and we can see what happens. So their election now is on June 1st. We can see how that turned out. I don't think Minnis got a chance in hell, but he said he got a job to finish. I don't know what job that is he got to finish. And I don't know why they wasting the people's time. But anyway, we got to take a commercial break, and we can be right back. And we're back. Well, I didn't want to talk about this topic, but anyway, we got to talk about it. I already sent it to you, so we can talk about it anyway. So the NBA playoffs, very exciting now. It's very, 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 very exciting now. The Lakers are gone. The Lakers went ahead and fired their coach. I know why. What reason they had to fire the man for? Because
we ain't talking about the Lakers last week. Why?
No.
You started with the Lakers.
We spoke about the Lakers. We spoke about Denver.
It was gone from then.
We can talk about Denver later, but we spoke about the Lakers. Lakers have something new that just happened. They fired their coach. And I want us to dabble in that a little bit. Why?
It ain't nothing to dabble in. The man is a loser.
The man is a loser.
Yeah, he's a loser. You see LeBron at 8. You see LeBron at 40 putting up them numbers. You see what AD was doing. You see, I mean, the Lakers, the team the Lakers had, let me put it like this, should have finished with a better record, should have done better than they did. Granted, I went to say they wasn't even going to pay Denver in the first round, right? But the team that the Lakers had underperformed. And if you go back and try to decide why they underperformed, because this was year for by the luck of the gods, Anthony Davis was healthy most of the year. LeBron was healthy, right? So the core, they had some crippled players like the what the boy name, whatever his name, Vando, right? They had some people. They bring the fella from Miami Heat was hurt. So, but they were inconsequential. The core players were healthy, and they should have performed. They should have finished with a better record. The coaching and the playoffs again left a lot to be desired. And remember, Darvin Ham, this was his first head coaching job. Rookie coach, they gave him an opportunity to perform. You did not perform. The Lakers, you know what the expectations are for the Lakers and the Celtics. It's championship or bust. You don't win championships, you're gone. That's a revolving door in terms of coaches, because you had the Pat Rileys, you had Phil Jackson, right? You had these dudes. You win championships in LA, and anything less than that. So I didn't see. I mean, he knew his job was gone. He knew that. I think he had already unpacked his thing up. I'm surprised they kept him after last year, but they thought, listen, we did okay last year. We overachieved. They did overachieve last year. They went further last year. And you remember the Lakers had to fight to get into playoffs, and then they almost made it to the Western Conference Championship. They got through a couple rounds of the playoffs. So this year, you get to get kicked out in the first round to do worse than last year, when they thought they had a better team. You had everybody healthy. They never really put the right pieces on the floor. They didn't manage LeBron well, I don't think.
What pieces? Let's listen. First of all, what your general manager name? He need to go home. That's the
I agree.
He has ruined the team by trying to put these big names together, and it ain't working. When he bring Russell Westbrook there, he throw away the whole bench. The whole team.
That's the only big name.
But that's up the whole thing. Now y'all scrapping to put little links together to make sure that, we make the playoffs. Because that little scrappy team, that's all anyone could have do with that. Red Auerbach couldn't do nothing with that team. was lucky that the Unibrow boy actually was healthy for most of the day. Yeah. And that's the only way y'all.
They basically carried that team. That was a LeBron.
But in the playoffs, he still disappeared in the fourth quarter. Can't get a full dollar on him. Only 75 cents.
Well, again,
you can't blame that on coaching.
No.
Why he disappeared in the fourth quarter?
In today's NBA, things have changed. Even like Golden State. If you look at the teams that's constructed in Denver, and if you look at some of these young teams that's presently constructed, Boston and those who are doing well, you can't even the teams like the Lakers and them really can't match, because these guys are too athletic, they're too fast, they're too strong. Look at that Minnesota team. We can talk about them if you got the stomach for.
I good.
Look at how they build. Look at the length, the size. They got the 6 man coming off the bench. That boy Naz Reid, who could be a star. I look at them and how the Lakers, the team like the Lakers supposed to deal with it. LeBron them get tired. They can't. And them running around they run you ragged.
So you cry and say the Denver Nuggets was who they run into, and that was a bad matchup. If they'd run into Minnesota, it's going to be a bad matchup. If they OKC would have been a bad matchup. Them boys would have run up and down on them.
I agree.
On them and get rid of them.
I agree. That's the reason why they finished last in the West. Look, they've been to the bottom of the Western Conference all year long, and they never
got because of the team that they put together. It sucked. The man Ham only working with you again. And that was garbage. So y'all need to get rid of Rob Pelinka. He's doing foolishness. Jenny Buss need to sit down and say, hey, let's calm down. When they got a chance to get Ty Lue, they messed that up. They should have get him then to put a team together to make some sense out of it. But y'all will be cheap, and now you end up paying all these people, all these contracts will get cut short. You still got to pay them.
Well,
You could have
I
tied him
mean,
there, and you could have been doing some sense.
they have to blow up the team now. It's almost like when they had all them little young boys who gone all over the place. But
Hold on. When you say blow up the team, who gone?
Well,
Who I trading, LeBron or AD?
everybody could go because AD should go if they don't have a team around him to win. Because again, he's getting old now. LeBron old, but we forget everyone getting old around him, right? So AD already been there for 5 years. I don't know.
Who you gonna trade?
Huh?
Who gonna be the first one on your trading block?
On the trade
LeBron
block?
or AD?
LeBron probably. Well, I wouldn't trade LeBron. I think I would say to LeBron, if LeBron doesn't want to be in LA, LeBron has the right to say again, he going to someplace else where he think he could win, right? If his goal is to win another championship, okay, it ain't happening inside LA unless, I don't know, you bring two more solid play. I don't even know who they could bring there to change that team.
You can't bring nobody. My God.
No, not with the constitution of the NBA. Like I said, these dudes are too, so maybe he should go down to San Antonio, play with Pop last year, get Wembanyama, get one next fellow from, the East Softer, go back to the Eastern Conference. That Western Conference got too much smoke for 40 years old.
Thank you.
So that's the first thing. Look what Boston dealing with in the East. They got a clear path to the championship, right? Because
But when I was telling you this, but LeBron, how he had these easy paths, you all say, "Oh no, that's greatness." Oh
no, it wasn't easy back then. It wasn't that easy. It wasn't easy like that back then. We had competition.
It was.
He had the Pistons. He had the Pistons. He had the Celtics.
Sir.
Yeah.
No, sir.
So, yeah.
A lot of them he had them jokey them he carry through, and when he get to the West, then he had to put up a fight. If those teams was in the West, first of all, they wouldn't have been number 1 or number 2 or number 3. They would have been somewhere down 6 or 7. And he would have had to play the top dogs there. And you wouldn't have never heard but LeBron if he was in the West.
LeBron looked like he in his prime, but LeBron prime has gone a long time. LeBron can be brilliant. Can be brilliant in spurts. He can be, he can take over a game, but he can't be that. He can't be the man. Right?
Can't lock down nobody no more again.
So you almost a 6-man. That's if he still won't play. I mean, really, there ain't nothing to play for right now. But you still won't play. You need to restrict your minutes. It's not healthy. You shouldn't be running this out at that age. You can't keep up with these. Like when you think, I look at when they remind me that Ant 22 years old, LeBron 40. LeBron could be the boy daddy, right?
That's right.
Any 40-year-old when you was 22 could keep up with you on a basketball court. Look at this, pops. Why watch it, right? We used to run a whole court on them. They were playing half court to start with this. So all you have to do is run.
That's it. You ain't gotta be good. Just run.
Yeah. And that's what killing LeBron does now. So I think the Lakers, that experiment, that time has come to an end. There's too much work to change that. The coaching isn't going to change it. You can't really bring in enough players. You can make the team better, but you can't make it good enough to compete in that Western Conference, right?
Yeah,
there's too much. Yeah, you already create a monster. If Minnesota get past Denver, God forbid they win, you got another monster. You got Denver and Minnesota now. All right,
that's a two-headed monster.
Yeah, Dallas knocking on the heel. OKC, we still waiting to see what they can do, but they're dangerous because they got the superstars in place. They have young legs in place. They got to shoot. So it's easier to tweak those teams to make them more deadly than to try to fix them. Yeah, those teams going to get better. Even Sacramento, those who disappointed this year, they still got a lot of talent on those other teams. What the other team? What LeBron? Zion Williamson, those, right?
Pelicans.
Yeah, they can make some tweaks and be a lot better than they are. So, the Lakers, boy, it ain't look good. So if I'm LeBron, like they say, Cleveland looking good this year, you can go back home. Ain't nobody gonna fault you if you say, hey, one more time in Cleveland. Ain't nobody gonna fault you if you say you gonna go back to South Beach. You're taking your talent back to South Beach. You play on those teams before. You have a better chance on those teams than staying in LA and getting cream. So if AD got his nice home and thing, they probably could build something around LeBron. Leave that free up a lot of salary cap space. Get some of them boys who want to come to LA. Look at the babes on Baywatch and whatnot. And you could put a solid team around him and probably shake up some things. AD still has some good years left in him defensively.
But AD ain't no superstar player. He ain't your number one.
80 problem is 80 problem has always been this, right? And this is the Lakers' biggest problem with playing Denver. Who the center is on that team? Like who, right? At 88, Eddie man tell you he is in a center. He won't play the forward, right? So he play like a small man. He don't play big. I mean, he can block, he athletic, but he don't want that smoke banging down there. He don't want nobody touch him. Right? So he can't play that. So you need a center with him. He was at his best when he had Dwight Howard and big dudes in the middle. Joel McGee them to clog that up, and he
So
can roll.
why they get rid of them?
He said the boy don't have no sense. He looked like he was trying to make LeBron fail. But
Okay, so that's why I say it ain't the coaching. That same upper officer that they have up there, bring that whole thing up, and ain't nothing happening no more. But let's talk about now the game, the series you want to talk about with Denver Nuggets and Minnesota Timberwolves. And I watched that game last night, and I intentionally I watched it. I intentionally did not answer y'all. I had the phone going off.
I know.
I had a phone going off. I said, that's George, you know. I only could be George. It's George. But I watched them put the Hawksville D on there.
Man. That was beautiful. That was beautiful to watch. That was beautiful to watch.
If you are a basketball fan and you like defense, that was a game to watch. Oh my goodness. I couldn't go sleep. I said, what this is? I never seen that like this in my life. They made the Denver Nuggets look like chicken McNuggets. They was just eating them up, dipping them in sauce, and just throwing them. But it was no competition.
That was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. And the best part is the defensive player of the year, the man who win all the defensive awards,
wasn't there,
right? Like,
wasn't there.
So that means they have this a team concept. The coach on the bench, handicap, he limping. So you beat you with a handicap coach. Right?
Yep.
I see Jamal Murray throwing things on the court.
That was sad.
That's sad.
My goodness. Now you know he can get suspended. You gotta suspend him for that.
You have to suspend him, Gallo. You have to suspend him. Like someone say he could have killed someone. He could have really messed him. I mean,
but he did it twice, George.
Yeah. Last week you was on top of the world laughing at LeBron. Them you had all your game winners. And now that's how you carrying on when you get out there and play till the end. Go like a soldier. You know, you have a bad game, shake it off, tell the coach pull you, go in your locker room, play like your leg hurt, and then come out next game.
And start over. But boys,
that was terrible.
But you know that you can't beat somebody. You just know you can't beat them. Ain't nothing you try everything.
That reminds me of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson in Holyfield when he bite his ass off, like, you know, I can't beat you, dog. Yeah. So I don't know if you have hope in them, because some people are talking from what I see, unless these dudes collapse, somebody go down, and really just and they look like they do it, you know, it look like they can't beat these dudes. And like the dudes know they can't beat you, so it was manhandling them. Joker lost in the middle. They got these tall people to throw at him, so he's everywhere. Oh man.
I never see the Joker sped up. The Joker is play at one speed. Then I see him doing spin moves and he tried to pass it quick. Nobody was there. They say, well, oh Lord. They're in their head right now. And unless three players gotta go down in order for Minnesota to lose. And three key players.
I think so.
Not one or two. Three of them gotta go down.
Hey, that's one of the best constructed teams I see in a while. Because like I said, they got Cat, who almost like a center, like an Embiid, right? That dude out there hitting 3-pointers like nothing. Like you remember he won the
3-point competition, you know.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. He could go down, he could put the ball on the floor, right? He versatile. Then you got Rudy Gobert in there. When they put that in there to seal up the middle, like, so they scared to go in the middle there, right? Yep. Then you got to do like who they call him the next Michael Jackson, Jordan. What you can do with him, right? And the dude got all the swag and whatnot. Like, boy, trust me.
I love it.
Yeah, but everyone, like they say, this is what the NBA did, right?
Thank you.
Now LeBron can think about retiring and going out in the sunset because listen, that's man, the boy got swag. If that crazy boy Ja Morant come back and get his act in check, like the league got some fellas with some swag and we could have some serious rivalries going.
I'm ready. He ready,
I want to see.
battle tested, and ready to go.
Yeah. I want to see him, and because all year long, you know, there's this. It ain't really a contest yet, but I'd like to see him and Shea Gildress Alexander meet inside a series and go back and forth, because to me, they have different games, but they two playing at that elite. And your boys already say I better than Luca, I better than Shea, right? Right? So the battle.
That's why me and Ant can get along. Ant ain't scared to talk his game, and he ready to back it up. Give me Ant all day, every day. We to watch a game, another game, a movie he was in with Adam Sandler. And I was like, boy, who this fella is? And the same way he was on the movie, that's how he is in real life. And I was like, boy, I like this fella. You know, this fella, if he could develop this game like how he developed the talk,
if you
he
could back
be a
it up,
monster.
that's what it is. I mean, he should have 1 or 2 more inches on him, but still, right? He is a terror, and like you say, he has I think he's a little bit too cocky for me. But like you say,
there's never too much cocky.
Boy, you know, because when you do that, like you said, you become public enemy number 1, and it's okay when you sneak in up. So just once you know what coming with that, right? Because you remember the Jordan rules and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
People start to target you. So I hope you're ready to make. Now you can't go back once you open up that door. Now,
but guess what? You know more Detroit bad boys out there. You ain't gotta worry about getting beat up. The NBA so soft now. You ain't gotta worry about nothing. You can beat up your mother as much as you want. Ain't nobody can do nothing. So I ain't worried about him with that. But I want to see Minnesota, Boston championship. That's what I want to see.
That's probably the only thing would make sense now, like that, because Boston got no competition in these, none.
Right.
So the only time you're gonna see them, and of course, to me they're the greatest choke artists. They don't show up, right? So I still pick in whoever going up against them from the West.
Yeah, I for Ant-Man them all the way. I give up on. No, I lie. I didn't give up on them. They just look defeated. I give them one game.
I know most blowouts you don't count because you know they blowouts, right? Sometimes but that was a different kind of blowout last night. That was like getting mana, and then that Minnesota just get hot, right? Like sometimes nice fellas just get hot, bunch of 3 points falling.
No, that was defense.
It was manhandling them.
They say I can take this game from you. No, you ain't shooting nothing.
Yeah, you know how they have no respect for LA, for Lakers. That's how the fellas play. That's how they playing them right now. But you're gonna use it. Who this joke is?
Oh boy. And anyway, we running out of time. Let's get to our question of the day. Today's question is this, George, and I know if you saw any of the speech, I know I gave you some of the transcript from it from Prime Minister Philip Brave Davis as he addressed the Grand Bahama Chamber of Commerce. Brave come loaded. 2 guns on his side, and he was licking off shots left, right, and center. He wasn't playing with nobody. I ain't come here to rump or skin up no teeth. Port Authority, y'all doing food. The work we put y'all here to do, y'all ain't do. We tell y'all to go make sure fix the thing out, the seawall, y'all ain't do that. Y'all gonna sell off all the entities with y'all at the power company, the sanitation company. You make us buy the airport back where y'all don't want to do nothing. What y'all here for? You can't bring in no investors. Now, I only paraphrasing what Brave say. I say, that's what I say. That's what Brave say. Brave say, you can't bring in no investors. You can't do none of these things. What y'all here for? And you owe me money? Y'all supposed to be paying for all the police and all these other things we got here. We ain't get nothing from y'all. And now y'all talking foolishness, but y'all don't owe us no money. That it never was enforced. That rule was never enforced. Why y'all carrying on like that? If I come to work and y'all been doing something against the rules all this time, I used to do manager. I come in. I said, hold on, y'all ain't supposed to be taking no 2-hour lunch break. I come down and say, okay, you got an hour lunch break and that's it. Oh, no, we don't do that. Like in the rule book here, it say 1 hour lunch break. No, we don't do that. That's only, we doing 1 hour lunch break and that's it. That's what the board came on like. Oh, we don't really do it like that. No, big man. When y'all was doing something, we could have let some things slide. But y'all ain't doing nothing no more. Now, I waiting and Port Authority, please, don't let Brave come and shame y'all like this. Don't let, because if you don't answer, I believe in this, if you don't answer, it must be the truth. He ain't lying. I waiting for them to come back with some reply, something they can say to say, well, hey, this is this and that is that. Because if you come again on 200 million, then I know you lie. Because, and your lawyers, then when they come and do this little side deal to the end, the case just over where they
What's wrong with you? What do you got against lawyers, man?
I don't know. Y'all just look. But y'all lawyers, y'all like alcohol. You need them in good times and bad times. But
oh Lord,
that's not either here or there. The Port Authority, I need them to come back and say something. Ian Roll was there. I was hoping that afterwards they would interview him. I guess he didn't take the questions. I'm hoping he has a press conference sometime this week to reply back to the Prime Minister's response and do something. Because it ain't look good. Because Brave, like I said, Brave was licking shots and he was hitting everybody. What you say about this, George?
I'd say this. What Brave said, for the most part, has been said before. Like we know this because we're from Grand Bahama. Yeah. We know the port been doing fool for a long time, right? I went back and Googled because I read it and I said, like, I hear some of these stories before. And I heard it for. I used to work for a man called Fred Smith from Grand Bahama, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Fred used to work for the port before, but years ago. Articles from 2014, I Googled, first thing come up, Fred Smith Port Authority. Because I remember Fred used to be very vocal about this.
Yes.
And Fred was saying then, listen, the government need to step in. They need to buy these shares of the Port Authority. The port doing fool. The port ain't doing nothing. All they doing is fighting over money. They got all these spoiled children who are fighting over their daddy-do's estate. They selling off everything, whatever. Government need to act now, or it's going to be the death of Freeport. That was over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Brave was around some of those administrations between those time and now, right? These dudes, that's my problem. Not what he's saying, because what he's saying and what they're trying to do should have been done long time ago. My problem, like we started discussing, is why now, right? I'm saying you shouldn't do it now, but you don't get a pass, because if I go on to jail for 10 years, 12, 20 years, been in jail, you had the evidence to exculpate me, get me out, right? And you sat on that, right? Who was getting enriched? Why you coming out now? Oh, okay, you know what? I have the evidence. This dude didn't do it, But hold on, the first question will be when you get this evidence, right? You had this evidence along, and even Brave, if you read his article, he said, y'all been doing this for a long time, right? So why are we so passionate now? What going wrong? What money you ain't getting? What money?
But I say I as a PLP lover, but you got, if you can give Ellsworth Johnson a blind, you got to give Brave a blind, because Brave was not in charge of those parties back then. Now that he is in charge and he could call some shots,
no.
saying A, B, C, D. Now,
the people say if you say something,
Brave was just as responsible, then Ellsworth Johnson, I can't vote for him in this F&M thing up. I can't vote for him either, because he was there too. He ain't saying nothing.
All I'm saying is kudos, you're doing it. You see something, say something. I ain't giving you the golden flag. I ain't treating you like Moses. You ain't gonna be no savior here, because you sat on this information for years. Like I said, people been jumping up. Grand Bahama been crying. These dudes raping us. They doing this. We get right. All of this information is historical information. That is saying, even when he say we serve a letter on you 2 years ago, I don't take that long to file it against someone. I give you 14 days, right? If you're lucky, right? And then you in court. So why all this sitting down and waiting while people suffering? People suffering every minute, every day when they sitting down on this information. And I went back in my research. That's what we lawyers do. And that's why you need us lawyers, right? I went and saw from when I think it's Sir Hayward died and stuff. You know who was in charge of the state and who was put in charge of administrating his affair, his shares and everything else? One Ryan Pender.
Oh.
One Ryan Pender who is now the Attorney General. This is the same one who
Oh.
got to write the letter to these dudes now and say, hey,
Oh, gee.
so again, why it takes so long? Why these demands taking so long to go any place? Because the same people who supposedly represented us are conflicted, and they need to say they conflicted because a lot of them had their deals. They had this right, and you can't represent me fully if you are conflicted. You need conflicted. You need to throw your hands up. You need to move on the side and let someone go who is passionate and will see this through. I don't want them get in, start to negotiate the board. Say, okay, you know what, we can give you all that $5 million with you know, y'all pipe down. Okay, good. That's all. Because right now it seems like you say, something going wrong. Someone in, you know, like these relationships. It's the best thing in sliced bread. You piss one woman off, then they go out and use the worst person in the world.
Yep.
Right? All this business getting sipped to the press, and now, like, so we trying to figure out what changed. What happened? Because this been happening. And that's what really getting me mad, right? You come with all this information. Some people need to resign, because if y'all sitting on all this information, y'all coming to people with this big bag of information all this time that you've been sitting on for all this time. I still holding you accountable because y'all the ones who ever been supposed to be the watchdog for us. You can't let a private company terrorize a group of people and then come after these years like, boy, y'all been in the wilderness for 400 years. It's time we take y'all out now. Like, excuse me? you was happy to watch me suffer for all these years. This was always the position where you're supposed to say, this need to stop now, right? Pay us. Why the government? Oh, I mean, you can't owe the poor $300. They got $300 million receivables. Come on, give me a break.
So what the commenter saying is right. They doing what they do best, playing on the emotions of the majority.
Yeah,
They
playing
come
it off.
together riled up, knowing that their hands tied and they can't do nothing. You think they can't do nothing? What you think about this?
My fear is, like I said, some talks can be had. Some people can get what they want, and then things can go silent. We talking, you know, we having discussion, fruitful. We trying to work together now for the betterment. They put one little payment plan. They pay some on their bill. You know,
They pay the rest. Just
yeah. Because you know, election coming up, and these parties need that little check from the port to help.
They get a big one now.
Yeah. So if you really go do your research, and the next thing, one of the things Fred Smith was saying, which I thought again is good, what you telling the government, buy the shares and put it in the hands of Grand Bahamians. Put it in a local government body that run by Grand Bahamians, thinking for the benefit of Grand Bahamians, right?
Because when they give them that money, that guy in the Exuma, that guy in the Lutra, that guy in Nassau, and some of that staying in somebody's pocket. So we ain't never get nothing out of none of that.
No. Yeah, because we see some of these family islands, like we to the back of the line apparently. So I can't think we're gonna leapfrog some of them. So you know, they
tell them build the airport there.
Yeah, and they like to show shade at Grand Bahamians. When we question and when we look at things with this you know, doubting spirit, like, you know, like why? Because we've been screwed so many times. We know there's these familiar spirits, right? we seen this episode and show before. People play with us, they play with our, you know, they play with our livelihood, they play with our lives. You know, all this public stuff should have been dealt with along. That's all I'm saying. I'm not gonna stand in the way. Like I said, it's a good thing with these fights. I like to sit back and see what's being said, because that's when you get all the information. Now, what we do with the information now after, but I'm happy it's coming out. But at the end of the day, trust me, and that's why some of them scared to touch it anyway, because like people say sometimes you dig one grave, you got to dig two, because you you incriminate yourself in a lot of these things when you touch it, or when the port start calling names and dropping, but you forget, but this, right? So far, the port didn't tell us nothing. And
that's what they got.
Yeah, we want to hear the other side of the story, and the port will be forced to say something, because like you say, brave them, then double down. They don't come into your home and slap you in your face and say,
that's right, 10 doors down, they standing on business now.
What you can do. So the fight on. You can't just stay in the corner and block.
I was in road, boy. I coming out here like shame. I know names, addresses.
Yeah.
Numbers. I calling out things now. Hold on now. You ain't coming here calling up no shots like this.
Embarrassing me.
Trying to make me look bad. No. But anyway, this round 5. This a 10-round battle. So
Yeah, it's getting good. Getting good.
We can have something always to talk about once they keep this up. We'll keep it up, throw blows on them. Ian Roll, Port Authority, they waiting on y'all. Y'all can't let nobody come in y'all own yard and touch y'all up like this.
No.
Tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what my
Yeah,
grandma
no.
used to say.
Yeah, the information out there now.
Let's talk it.
Boy.
Let's talk it. But anyway, let's get to our Bungia today.
Called Boca Bash, a party spot off Boca Raton, Florida, on a boat leaving the inlet during large swells. Just watch as the miners are seen emptying 2 garbage cans full of trash into the ocean, seen here apparently celebrating before heading back to the party.
Now, being from the Bahamas and sunshine and sea is that's our bread and butter. I got really offended by this, and I tried to figure out why they even do this, because it looked like they came from the land, jump on the boat, ride out to sea, dump the garbage, ride back into land. What was the purpose of that? I'm sure they got garbage bins on land. Why you had to go ahead and do something as silly as that? And people like that, I want no fine for them. I want jail time for them. Keep the fine. Because they only, if they got boat and things like that, I know they got money. Keep the fine. I need them in jail, and just for everybody else who come after them who think they could do things like this. It don't make no sense. It's a bunch of foolishness. Put them in jail. I need at least 2 years. How much years do you think you could get for them to go to jail?
Yeah, they could get that 2 years, but they need to do it to some of these large cruise ships and these oil tankers and stuff. Right? So we need to do it across the board. Don't just go to the low-hanging fruit, because again, some people go write big checks. We just turn the blind eye to a lot of offenses. But if you have your laws standardized across the board and the chips fall where they may, let it go proportionately out amongst all of that. There's no call for that. We need to protect our waters. We need to protect our reefs, the environment. So definitely, when you see those things, we need to punish. Now, I want to add a quick bongi today, because I don't know if you saw this yet, but Gilbert Arenas, you remember our boy Rudy Gobert wasn't there to the game last night for Minnesota because he had his first baby born last night.
Yes.
He out to the game. Gilbert Arenas said, "It's a baby, bro. It's gonna be there when you get back." He get mad, call out Rudy Gobert for going to see his baby being born. His first child being. What do you think?
My firstborn, he hell or high water, nothing was stopping me from going to be there. I don't care what going on and where they have a basketball game, the hell with that. What wrong with Gil? What?
Man, suffice it to say, they people eat him up alive in his comment section because it's a game. First off, and they do better without him, actually.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a game. People say there's a game 3. And there ain't no second chance for your first baby to be born.
Exactly.
So
come on,
that's insensitive. It's stupid.
Yes.
I know that part of their job is to talk and say provocative things, but don't say stupidness. Just bite your lip on certain things, even if that's your opinion. You don't say those things, right? Because, like someone said, suppose his wife or girlfriend or whatever had any complications, anything. You know, you can't never live, and you know, with women, you've been with women for a long time. They don't forget nothing. Right? That one you can never live down. So that ain't work. You could, you can't live that one down. So that's a movie.
Yeah. Anyway, before we go, let me wish you a happy birthday. I know your birthday tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
What you doing? You're now halfway of the century. So you talk with me, but now I got you now. I tell you, time longer than rope.
Yeah, but you getting ready to move on further than that. Jeez. I just coming into this thing.
We back into this. This is you're chipping at it again.
Guess what? Some people have been asking me all week, how you feel, and you know what you doing? And I said, you know what? is really a time that to reflect. It's really a milestone, right?
Yes.
Like I lost my sister in 2021. She was a month away from her 50th birthday. She started to celebrate her 50th, so she didn't make it. I had a brother-in-law who didn't make it. 48 didn't make his 50th. So I don't take for granted that, you know, making this year and reflecting on your life, that that you made it for 50 years, and
Right.
you know you're still here. You have an opportunity to do some more things. So, but the greatest thing for me to do is to wake up and smell fresh and like, hey, I'm alive. I get right.
Yep.
So the gifts and stuff just seem, it doesn't seem important. I partying and all that stuff doesn't seem important to me. It's just to me, it's really to have some time tomorrow to just reflect on, you know, where I come from and what I want to do with the time left, because there's also the time where you kind of think you might have more years
Oh, yeah.
behind you than ahead of you,
That's
especially,
right.
especially productive ones. So, you know, I won't be like Jesus tomorrow. I won't go up in the mountains. I will meditate, be prayerful, give thanks, and come back with some fresh ideas and stuff to move forward.
All right. Well, we wish you all the best. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
That's your day. Do whatever you want to do with it. That's up to you. And we wish you the best.
Thank you.
My name is DeCarlo Sweeting, and my co-host is
George Missick.
And this is What's Going On. We'll see y'all next week, Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Have a great day.